barren, desolate, lonely, dry. All of the aforementioned are adjectives that can accurately be used to describe a desert. A faraway land that is caked in sand and that dangerously lacks life, vegetation, and growth. As a resident of Cincinnati, it proves incredibly difficult to truly envision what a desert would feel like. But what if I told you that Cincinnati in itself is a land enwreathed by multiple deserts? Could you then feel the burning heat on your neck? Could you then feel the coarse sand cutting your feet, pulling you deep within, making it even harder to move from the land that has afflicted you? Do you feel alone? Do you feel abandoned? Possibly not, my fellow Cincinnatians, because the deserts that are peppered throughout the greater Cincinnati area are not typical deserts. There are not any imperial sand dunes functioning as landmarks to communicate the harsh climate to travelers. Instead, these deserts fly directly under our radar, hiding in plain sight, only whispering for our attention. Likely because those who reside within Cincinnati's deserts have voices too hoarse and dry, muted by the world around them. I'm talking about food deserts. And although these deserts may not be home to any sand or immense heat, they harbor pain all the same. A food desert is an area that has limited access to affordable and nutritious food. Sadly, more than 23.5 million Americans are affected by food deserts. The greater Cincinnati area contributes heavily to this number. Over 90% of the residents in Avondale, a community in Cincinnati, live within a food desert. A number as large and terrifying as 90% should spark fear into people's hearts and warrant cries for help. Yet there are barely whimpers because of the lack of education surrounding the topic. Most Cincinnatians aren't familiar with the term and the negative impact that the food desert has on their community and the health of their neighbors. We need more attention brought to this tragedy. Articles need to be written, speeches need to be orated, and solutions need to be brewed. Something as simple as introducing more grocery stores, along with more affordable food, would drastically shift the number of people affected by these deserts. Efforts need to be taken now more than ever, considering an immense heat wave has metaphorically made its way across the deserts. This heat wave takes the form of the infamous disease COVID-19. Our community already had worrisome troubles accessing food. But now, if food desert inhabitants are even able to make it to a supermarket or afford the food within them, the shelves are already picked clean by the privileged individuals that have easier access to the stores and the items within them. Because of the highly contagious virus, public transportation has become a great health hazard, making it even harder for less fortunate individuals to find safe, healthy, and financially feasible ways to get to the grocery stores, which are placed far away from places like Avondale. In this time more than ever, us Cincinnatians must work together as one unit to help our neighbors and friends that are the most affected by this troubling time. I encourage you all to help in any way that you can. If you are financially able, I implore you to donate any amount possible to organizations such as Free Store Food Bank. Specifically, Free Store Food Bank is working unbelievably hard to combat the awful effects that COVID-19 has on food access in the tri-state area in which we live. Free Store Food Bank offers free and accessible food to those that need it, and they even offer transportation assistance, which is much safer than metros and buses for the people that are still located far from their facilities. You're able to read more about this organization and contribute to their cause by visiting their website, which can be found at freestorefoodbank.org. Donating to such organizations can help turn this terrible situation around and get food to those that are not able to afford it, find it, or physically make it to faraway grocery stores. Together, we can return things to normal and eliminate the impact that COVID-19 has on food accessibility. Together, we can turn these food deserts into food oases. Together, we can wash the sand and troubles from these deserts, refreshing and reinvigorating their inhabitants. let it be known that we must not desert those living in the deserts.